that's true. That right. She sippin' more wet and yeah, I swear it get her wetter. My Louboutins new, so my bottoms say it's redder. No, I'm not a rat, but I'm all up on my cheddar. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. Gabby Brand was so insane that I made her my header. If she ever call my phone, you know I got a jetter. But I like that girl too much, I wish I never met her. I was listening to this song.
Hello and welcome to the another movie review here, movie reviews. Now this would be the, I did Chucky yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and do Spider-Man Homecoming today. So let's start off with non-spoilers. So I'm gonna start doing movie reviews. So I'm gonna start off by talking about them non-spoilers, and then second half is always spoilers. So this movie is really good. The trailer gets you hyped up, and I actually really enjoyed this one. I don't want to give away what it has in it and stuff, because a lot of that would be spoilers, but the writing's very well, the acting was great. I was really, it was another movie that I was really into, and it just engulfs you into it. And I think that whenever you watch it, you're going to be absolutely amazed on how well they did with capturing him just right from the comics, I think, and the way it's done. It's very home to hitting all the right marks. The guy who acts as Peter Parker, I think, did a wonderful job as Peter Parker in this movie. I think the person who plays as the Vulture in it did an awesome job also. The movie is very well written and very well acted. The actors are amazing. The cast is absolutely great. And I think it's finally the Spider-Man movie that we've all been waiting for. I think it's the one that we can actually sit there and say, okay, this is it. Besides Amazing Spider-Man, which I actually didn't mind. I think he did a good Spider-Man, but he seems to be able to do both, as he's able to do a good job as Peter Parker and Spider-Man in this movie. So I really recommend seeing it because of that fact. He's really good at being both, and the way that they go about the story is gonna be, it's good. Now from the trailer that Tony Stark is in it, and yes, he is absolutely amazing in this movie as always, because so I really recommend seeing it. Just for Robert Downey Jr., who's one of the most amazing actors of our time, I guess, in a way. He's hilarious in the movie. I think he brings a whole new light, and to have him in the movie with the new guy playing people, I think it made a really good impression and a really good job for the film. So yeah, this movie is just absolutely amazing, so I really check it out. There's not too much I can say about it without spoiling it. That's the thing about movie reviews, it's hard to review a movie without spoiling it. So I try to get that's all I can really say. I can only say a little bit, because most of it that you gotta know is spoilers. So I'm just gonna say this movie is absolutely amazing, amazingly well written, amazingly well story, and it will keep you interested every step of the way, and you will thoroughly enjoy it if you're all about this stuff. So alright, so I'm gonna go ahead to the spoilers part. So does it. So thank you for watching this video. If you're gonna stop now, thank you for watching the video. Comment down below if you don't comment. I'm Spider-Man. Like this video, and yeah, all that junk. And so peace out to everyone that's leaving now for non-spoiler talk. Welcome to the spoiler section of the review. So now we're going to discuss spoilers about the movie itself. Okay, so first off, the movie begins with no bullcrap, no Uncle Ben dying. It gets straight to the point, and I think that was absolutely something, because we've seen the story a million times. We don't need to see it again. And they just scurry to the chase. He's Spider-Man, he's working with the Avengers, boom. He's met Tony Stark, he messed with Captain America, all this junk, and then boom. You're right in there. He's right in there. There's no time wasted. They just get right to the chase that he's Spider-Man. We don't need no backstory. There's no backstory. And I think we've had enough backstory of him, so I think that was great that they didn't waste time on that. We get it. He's a new Spider-Man. He's in there, and it's just, and the dude he plays Peter so well in Spider-Man, and it's like we finally have that actor that is able to play both, because whenever it came to the Amazing Spider-Man, he was good at playing Spider-Man. He wasn't good at playing Peter Parker. Whenever you had Tobey Maguire, he was good at being, I don't even think that's his name. Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. That could be his name. I don't know. The guy from the original, before Amazing Spider-Man, whatever, okay? He was good at being Peter Parker. He wasn't good at being Spider-Man. So then, this dude pulls up being both. And I actually enjoyed it. And then his one friend who finds out he's Spider-Man, I actually really thought that was a cool thing. And the conflicts between him wanting to be in the Avengers, and I thought it was dumb that Tony gave him the suit, but it actually turned out to making the film better, and actually making a point in the film, and I thought that was absolutely clever, and I actually enjoyed that Tony gave him the suit, and that he had his own suit, but he wasn't a designer, because he's just a 15-year-old kid, and you really, like, see that he's just a 15-year-old kid, and I think that was really well done, because, you know, most of the time, you got all these actors who look like they're in their 20s or whatnot, and this dude, here comes this dude, he legit looks like his age that they say in the movie, and I think that really brings this special element to this movie, which is really nice. And then the Vulture and Shocker play, I think that was very nice to see how these weapons that were outcast from Stark, and the mixing with Stark and Spider-Man, I think that was really nice too. And to have these weapons, and Spider-Man comes in, and Tony doesn't want him to inflict, but he just keeps going to prove that he's not just a normal kid, and that's what his whole point is. He's not a normal kid. He's Spider-Man, and I think that was really also a nice add-on, a touch to this story. So, you know, and then you find out that there's a new Shocker. It doesn't matter who Shocker is. He's just a dude with a glove, right? And I'm glad that they didn't touch on Shocker, because we had Shocker in the Amazing Spider-Man, you know. And it's great, you know. I think and to have Vulture as the villain, I wasn't too keen on it. Not a lot of people were on this, but it was actually a good pick, a wonderful pick for this, because it made sense to have the Vulture with the suit and all the weapons, and he was doing this for his family, and it was just like so good with it. And I loved the whole conflict of, he kept chasing them. Tony didn't want him to, but he kept pushing, and you had the conflict between Tony and Spidey, and it was just like perfect. You know, but then you really feel like, because I got mad at the one part whenever Tony was yelling at him for the boat and stuff, and how he was easily able to fix the boat, and I'm like, he's Spider-Man, all he's got is webs. He can't complain just because he doesn't have all the high-tech stuff. He only has the powers that he has. He can't do what you do, and it's like you really get into the story, and it's really nice because that's how well it's written. Like, this made me so happy to see it actually well done, officially, actually good Spider-Man movie. It's like the Spider-Man that we've always wanted to see on screen, finally here and done right. They do it right, and I'm so glad that they do it right. And the whole plot of this Vulture dude is doing this for his family, you know, and Spider-Man and his friend helps him, and which was awesome. And the little jokes in there, like whenever he closes the computer, he says, and his mom's like, there's a dance, and he's like, I'm watching porn. And then it was just funny. And then when he sets it, and I also like that when it came to Peter, he just kept setting aside other things to work on being Spider-Man. That's all I cared about, and I think that was actually a good aspect. I mean, he did want to do teenage things, but that's the way of Peter Parker. He can't do teenage things because he's Spider-Man, and that's his big conflict, because he just wants to be a normal kid, but he can't because he is Spider-Man. And they capture that very well, I think, in a way whenever he sets things aside, or sets aside the girl, Liz. And the twist was like, the twist in these, I actually liked it. It wasn't like Midnight Shyamalan, but I think it went well for the twist in this movie. Like, whenever the Liz girl, and he goes over to the house for homecoming, and you find out the dad is Vulture to the girl. And that was, like, such a shocking part. But actually a good twist, a good idea. I thought it would, you know, most people might think it's stupid. I thought that was actually really smart idea, that they had that as a twist. Because you wouldn't see, who saw it coming? Nobody, right? And he finds out that he's Spider-Man, and he says, if you just leave me alone, and you want my daughter, we can all be good, and you could just walk away. But no, because he's Spider-Man. He has a right, and he has a duty, and he takes him on. He takes him on as Vulture, which is whenever, whenever he kept saying, I'm nothing without the suit, and Tony says, well, that means you don't deserve the suit. And then he goes in the battle, and he thinks about it. He's like, I'm Spider-Man. I don't need no suit to be Spider-Man. And then and then he goes after Vulture, and the air battle and the whole fight. The fighting was absolutely great. I think the build up to the movie was awesome. I think the fighting was great. And then how they kind of had that understanding at the end because he saved him. So we decided not to let everyone know that he didn't let everyone know that he was Spider-Man at the end after the credits, which I thought was really great for the movie, and it was just a good movie. I mean, like everything I just said, like I'm saying like everything I loved about it, and just to go over this, like I loved the twist, and I loved how the one girl that he kept flipping him off for saying that she was an outcast ended up being MJ, and I was like thinking, where's MJ? Where's the people that we know that that Peter Parker knows to hook up with the girls? And there she was the whole time, right? And it was so cool and amazing. And I love the ending, how he decided not to put on that suit and walk away from Stark, which that's what he is with the Avengers. He's not fully with the Avengers, but he shows up sometimes when they need help. Because Spider-Man isn't an Avenger. He is someone who does his own thing and helps out everybody, which I knew. As I said, he's not going to become an Avenger. He's going to turn it down, and he turned it down, and I was right. That was exactly it. And, okay, and that's it. Like, this movie was well done. This movie was great, and I think that everything about it was absolutely phenomenal. They wrote it well. And I want to see more in the future. I want to see an Avenger movie come out where Spider-Man comes out and helps him more. And I want to see another Spider-Man Homecoming movie with a different villain. I mean, that's what Spider-Man is all about to me. Is seeing him fight the villains. I just want Spider-Man movies with all of them. I want one with Carnage. I want one with all. That's what I want to see, the villains come to life. Because they were always my favorite part, because his villains were so cool or so absolutely fascinating. It's just like I want to see more of them. So anyway, that about does it for my movie review. And my verdict is I give this movie 10 out of 10. It deserves a 10 out of 10 because it was phenomenal. So thank you for watching the video. If you don't know what to comment Spider-Man in the comments below, okay? And thank you for watching, and let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments below. I enjoyed it very much, obviously. So, yeah, I want more of this, but I don't know. We're gonna get it. I hope so. We do. All right. So hit the like button, subscribe, do all that stuff. That about does it for me. I'm Brock Kavanaugh. That about does it for me for this video. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching my movie review. More movie reviews to come. All right. See you later. Disclaimer, I do not own any of the music or pictures in this video, and sometimes video in this video. All rights go to the makers. I don't claim any of these rights as mine.